gave me goosebumps at some point, actually, so I was quite surprised to get it so hard to me, but yeah, that's true. So that makes me think, if he says, and the Quran says, that we all have been created by a superior being.
I think Allah, no one really knows, they don't have an image of what he is.
Look like.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Halo semuanya, salam dari Liverpool. Kembali lagi bersama Satria Ponde. Hari ini hari Jumat. Kita bicara lagi tentang isu-isu sensitif, tentang agama, tentang politik, apapun itu akan tayang setiap hari Jumat. Dan bagi kalian yang baru menonton channel saya, bahwa di channel saya ini kita tidak expert, kita tidak ahli, kita hanya berdiskusi dan meriak video. Saya masih belajar. Jadi di sini kita berargumentasi bukan untuk agar mereka percaya atau saya percaya apa yang mereka katakan. Kita hanya mengungkapkan apa pemikiran kita. So, bagi kalian yang mudah tersinggung atau yang gimana, mungkin jangan tonton dulu kayaknya. Karena ini hanyalah diskusi antara kita berteman. Okay? So guys, this is again is request from my viewers. So many times, already long time ago.
Okay.
We're talking about the meaning of life.
Meaning of life.
Meaning of life. You maybe don't care about where you're from, but what is your goal?
Where the hell are you taking this from? It's like you don't. He always says that. You don't care when you're doing this. You don't care when you're doing that.
You might not give a fuck, but I do.
Who do you think we are?
No, he don't
I
care.
do care.
Where are you from?
So do I.
From Ireland.
No, what I mean.
Exactly.
Oh,
In
the
terms of creator.
scientific thing fascinates me about where we've come from.
Oh yeah, definitely. Same.
I love all that shit. Space, evolution, all this kind of stuff.
So do I.
Right now.
You don't have to be religious to be interested in where you come from. You know?
Exactly.
No. So you do
Oh,
care
yeah.
where you're from? Yeah, okay.
Of course we
Mars, probably.
That wouldn't have surprised me one bit, to be honest.
Okay. This
I'm
one
from Venus.
is called
You are,
the
man.
meaning of life. In the religion side, are you interested to see this?
Yes.
Yeah, of course I
As
am.
well, yeah. Yeah.
Want to confirmasi? Okay.
Yeah, I'm curious how the
let's
religions
start.
are portraying things like that.
Let's go.
Talk Islam presents.
What are we doing here? And where are we gonna go? It's like we just woke up
He's
one
rapping.
morning and then it's welcome to the show.
Isn't it?
Don't ask any questions, just go with the flow. Make as much money as you can and try your best not to get broke. Copy everything you see on the TV, from the hairstyles to the clothes, and don't think too often, just do exactly as you're told. And if you ever get confused, then just turn towards the alcohol. You'll still hear your thoughts, then just turn up the radio as you learn to live a lifestyle of drugs, sex, and rock and roll. But in all honesty, I just need to know, is there more to the cycle than growing and getting old? Living and dying just to leave behind a happy home and a whole lot of property that somebody else is going to own. I just really need to know before the casket's closed. Cause I'm not willing to gamble with my soul, nor am I ready to take any chances. These are just simple life questions and I'm just searching for some answers. Like, what are we doing here? And what is our purpose? How did we get here and who made us so perfect? And what happens once we go, or is this world all really worth it? Questions we don't answer because apparently we don't really have to. There's no purpose to this life and our existence is
Richard
really
Dawkins.
natural. Then in that case, please let me ask you, did you create yourself or was it somebody else who had fashioned you? Cause you're a being that's impeccable, faultless and unparalleled. You're a product of supreme intelligence and I'm merely being rational. For there isn't a camera on this earth that can come close to the human eye, nor a computer that can compete alongside the human mind. And if the whole world was to come together, we wouldn't be able to create a single fly. So many signs, yet we still deny. As science tries to justify that all this could come from none, when it's a simple sum. 0 plus 0 plus 0 cannot possibly ever give you 1. So from where did all this order come? That everything has its origins, a maker, a creator of its own. I mean, the only reason you're watching this video is because somebody had to press upload. So we can believe in the Big Bang, but I'd rather believe in He who caused it to explode. Allah, the creator of everything along with every single soul. The ever-living, the master, the only one who is in control. Unlike his creation, beyond our imagination. And no, he's not a man, nor does he have any partners in association. He's on his own. And no, he did not ever leave us alone. Just like every manufacturer, he left us with an instruction manual. The Quran and Islam, and I'm sorry to jump to conclusions, but it's the only one possible. The only definition of God is the one and only supreme being. It's logical. A book with 0 contradictions, with miracles that are both scientific and historical, all revealed over 1400 years ago. Like the detailed description of the human embryo.
The descriptions of the human embryo in the Quran cannot be based on scientific knowledge in the 7th century.
To the mountains as pegs holding firm the earth below. And the 2 seas that don't mix in a complete separate flow. To the planets in orbit, alternating night and day as they stay in flow. The expansion of the universe and the creation of everything from H2O. To the stories of the past and the preservation of Pharaoh. To identifying the lowest point in the land where Persia defeated Rome. The gushing fluid that created man in the glands between the ribs and the backbone. And not a word has changed, it's still the same. So please explain how all this was known over 1400 years ago. To a man who couldn't read or write as he would recite whatever the angels spoke. And if you still don't believe, please try to come up with something that's even close. But you can't, so we took God as a mockery and his messengers as a joke.
Muhammad could not read or write. How somebody who can't read or write will start a religion?
Dismissed his scriptures as legends and tales of the ancient folk as we live life according to our whims, desires, and hopes. Saying this life is the only home we will ever know. We will live then die, then simply turn to bones. Yo, low. Correction, after the grass dies, the rain arrives and it regrows. And Allah promises to do the same thing to your very soul. And bring you back from your very fingertips to your toes. As the all-seeing supreme being watches us so close. And we are surely being tested. In our wealth, our health, and our self, and everything that we've been blessed with. So believe, for we will surely be resurrected. And be brought back to our Lord and account for every single deed. As he hands us our books and orders us to read. From the bad to the good and everything in between. You yourself are sufficient for your own accountability. So don't be mad at me. You are the one who thought he wouldn't come back to me. I gave you a whole life long to search after me. But you were busy in all that which was temporary. So read. And glad tidings to all those who believed. And if you disbelieve, read. And don't let that day be the first day you find out what your life really means. Read.
Intense.
That's very powerful.
Very
powerful.
intensive,
Yeah.
intense video. I mean, very.
And a very good rap. You know,
Yeah.
very, very
Poem
good.
as well.
rap poem.
Yeah, he was rapping. Yeah.
You know, very, very good words. Very passionate about it. You know, in certain parts. You know.
Yeah, it gave me goosebumps at some point.
Yeah.
Actually, you know, so I was quite surprised to get it so hard to me. But yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You know,
very, very good.
that is true.
This is the first time I've seen you watching how that works.
Well, I think it's good when people display that kind of thing through a rap or a poem. Do you know what I mean? Or through like music or something like that. Because it's better than just sitting listening to someone
Preaching on you, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Because that automatically makes you turn away. But this engages you through like music, through poems, through images
Evidence.
and stuff.
Yeah.
History and evidence as well is there in it.
Yeah. It's just
what he's saying.
a well put together video.
The reference you got.
Yeah. That video, you know, people are gonna listen to that and think about it afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Ini pertama kali mereka terdiam
Because
setelah nonton
that is
video
true.
nggak tahu kata-kata.
I like this guy.
Yeah, I like this as well.
He's a talented guy, regardless of his religion or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, if he wrote that, that's incredible.
And the way he was pointing on things in the Quran as well, you know, the history and all that kind of stuff, that made me think where we all come from. So that makes me think, if he says, and the Quran says, that we all have been created by a superior being.
I think Allah, no one really know. They don't have an image of what he is.
Look like.
So the last question to Mr. Dell,
Oh.
the one who agnostic, not sure,
Yes.
is the God there. After watching this video, what do you think? With your opinion, I'm not saying that you have to change your thingy. I just want to know. That's all.
I've said loads of times that out of the religions, even though Christian is what I grew up with and blah blah blah, the more I find out about Islam, the more it makes sense to me, and the more I think that it's kind of like the science religion for me. Do you know what I mean? It's the one that talks about the most sense to me. You know, who knows? But it makes sense to me. It makes a lot of sense to me.
It's gain your knowledge, isn't it?
And it's gaining my knowledge, yes, because you don't have to be religious to be interested in religion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can compare them. I can study them without getting down on my knees and praying. Do you know what I mean?
It doesn't matter what you how to say you don't believe or you believe God or not.
Yeah.
You know, for me, you're interested in any kind of religion, even a Christian or Muslim or Hindus.
Yeah.
That's a good thing that you have inside you that you want to know. Because a million people out there don't get it at all. Don't want to know at all.
I like to gain knowledge. And if you had said to me a year ago, what do you think of Islam? You know what I would have said? I would have said Islam. I'm not. It's great. You know, it's not my thing at all. But you know, I have been shocked.
I know.
By so many things since being introduced to this. So I respect Islam now a lot more than I did. Because I knew fucking nothing about it previously. And I just thought about, you know, like the stuff you read in the newspapers and you hear, you know, that it's maybe a bit of a crazy religion, but it really is.
Yeah, that's because that's how the media portray it, isn't it? That's what the problem is.
But it's very, very down to earth. And
That's
makes
it, guys.
a lot of sense.
Yeah, I agree with that. You know, the thing when I think about all this stuff that we have watched recently and you know, listening to all that kind of things, I'm becoming much more open-minded to that as well. You know, and you know, I believe in the concept of higher power, obviously. So it's nothing new to me because I'm a Christian. But as bad as it sounds, probably from myself, you know, I'm actually leaning more towards these explanations than the stuff that I can have out of the Bible context straight away, because for me, if you're gonna start comparing these two things, at least from this point when I am at the moment, obviously I lack enough knowledge, obviously, about both books, but for me, Bible starts looking like a bunch of fairy tales now. Comparing to Quran, you know, because Quran specifically points on scientific things.
So my opinion is, you guys don't know a lot about Christian or Islam yet. I guess. So do I. I know because I've been learned when I was a kid. But
Same.
with religion, you need to learn more and more and more. But I have the moment where I stop, which is, when I was young. You know what I mean? And then I'm come back now. I want to learn more and more. Thanks God, I've got my viewers.
Yeah.
And what I'm saying is, it's not fair to compare Christian and Islam in terms of you, because you guys don't know exactly. You didn't read Bible that fully yet, and you didn't read Al-Quran that much yet. So for me, if you both know the true Christian and the true Islam, then yeah. We got a Bible first, isn't it? Because Jesus, right? And then after that is Al-Quran for the perfection. Whatever in Bible is the conclusion in Al-Quran.
So Al-Quran was second.
Second, yeah. That's true.
That's very interesting, Tat.
Well, you guys didn't know that.
No.
I knew.
So, thank you so much guys udah watching. Begitulah pendapat mereka. Dan benar pertama kali mereka shock. Ini kayaknya the best explanation about meaning.
What is the meaning of life? You never told us.
That's true. We discussed the video, we never discussed the meaning of life.
What is the meaning of life? All of that.
What, the video?
Let me finish. So guys, thank you so much udah watching, and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.